In today's video, we're out at a property that I just picked up. I'm out here today walking through it for the first time, trying to figure out what direction I'm gonna go with this place. There's also one interesting factor about this property that could potentially change the way we exit this deal. We'll get into that in a little bit. Before we do that, we gotta check out what the rehab is looking like. I just pulled up here for the first time and this thing is looking a lot worse than I was anticipating. So as you can see from the exterior of this place, this is going to need a ton of work. I don't know if you can tell in the camera there, but this siding up here is looking pretty gnarly. I don't know if it's all bad or just maybe this section, but we're probably gonna need to do something there. And then I don't know what the heck is going on here. We got some random sliding glass door where it should be a garage door. And then looks like I've inherited a new car. I don't know, maybe it can be my new commuter after a little bit of elbow grease, but either way, we gotta figure out what to do with this thing. In addition to that, we just got some trees here that are encroaching the house. Those are not gonna be easy to take out. We might have to figure out a way to get them out of here just because they're so close to the house and like you can't even see the front of it, kind of killing the curb appeal. So not too excited about figuring out how to get that out of there. So over all the houses that I flipped, usually when you come across an exterior that looks like this, the interior, as you can imagine, is usually pretty nasty as well. So I don't know what to expect in there, but we're gonna go check it out. This is probably the worst set of steps I've ever had to go up, but so we're gonna be very cautious so we don't fall through. We got some old AstroTurf here on the landing. Watch your step right there, huh? Okay. It's smelly. So I just walked into the front door. This stone wall is this backside of a fireplace, I'm assuming. Slightly dated. There's like some sort of like alcove thing going up through into the living room here. That's, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Looks like there should be a little gargoyle up sitting in that little thing or something, but we definitely have some roof leaks going on here. Some water and some rain has been coming through the ceiling here. Obviously have to do some drywall repair up here. Sometimes, who knows, until we get up on the roof, we don't really know. That could be a previous existing leak and they re-roofed it. Judging by the look of the house, highly unlikely. The roof is probably toast and we're gonna need to put a new roof on it and also repair some of that drywall. This is a standard split entry home. Just when you walk in the front door, you can go upstairs or downstairs. We're gonna confirm the bed bath count, but it's listed as a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,400 square feet. We're gonna confirm all that here, but that's what we have listed on the county records. Here's a front shot of what that fireplace looks like. I don't know what they were thinking in the 70s when they installed something like this, but it doesn't work today, that's for sure. So this is probably gonna be a pretty big expense figuring out what to do here. I mean, this thing is so ugly that it obviously can't stay. So, and the fact that it's on this front side here and it runs all the way down the back side of the entryway, I don't know what the heck we're gonna do here. I mean, the cheapest thing would be to paint it. I don't know if that's gonna solve our problem enough here. So that could be an expensive fix. Oh, check this out. So as I was standing up here, I just noticed that like there looks like a doorway that's like built into it. Oh, okay. There is a door, but it just looks like probably a coat closet. Pretty unique that they built that into the into the rock like that, but maybe it's a secret passageway. No, just a coat closet, like I was thinking, but I've never seen that before. That's interesting. So this layout is a little bit funky. I don't know if you can tell, but like once we come up the stairs here, right, this living room actually goes down a step, which I'm not really crazy about. I don't really like sunken living rooms. That's a bit of a funk factor that most people don't like when we're selling on the back end, but that's what we have, so we're gonna have to deal with it. I mean, we could potentially discuss building that up because there is plenty of ceiling height. The ceiling height doesn't change from room to room, so you could potentially build this up in order to level out the floors, but I don't know if we want to go that deep on it. So far, it's completely toast. Flooring, nasty. Paint is obviously awful. I'm in the kitchen now. These things are completely toasted. Doors busted off the hinges. I don't know what the heck that is. It's just some random shelf. We've got broken out ceiling lights. So far, this thing is a full go. This is kind of interesting here. So I came off the kitchen. If you've ever walked a split entry home, they're a rectangle. And there is kind of this bump out family room with a vaulted ceiling off the back of the house, which I would guess at some point that this was an addition. This is just not a common floor plan for these houses that were built in the 70s like this. We'll do some due diligence on the exterior to see if we can identify if this was an addition or not, but that's what it's appearing to be. What do we got here? It looks like they may have left us a little note here. Do not touch my calendar. Okay, duly noted. There's literally nothing in the house. The entire house has been trashed out, but there's a pocket knife on the countertop. Maybe I need to clear the house. Make sure no riffraff got in here. I don't freaking know. If this video never gets published, call 911, okay? So check this out. We're still on the main floor here, and I'm heading down the hallway, and we have a bunch of drywall that's been busted out here in the hallway going into the other bedroom. This is kind of weird. Look at this. Hello. Kind of starting to creep me out a little bit. We got more drywall damage over here. That knife kind of threw me for a loop. It's almost like someone's like recently been in here or something. Okay, this is a little weird. So in this room, we got random drywall holes. So there's 2 more holes right here, and they've got like, I don't know, something stuffed in them, like some sort of fabric. And then I just turned around to the other side here, and same thing over here. There's this random drywall hole with a fabric stuffed in it or a rag or something. I'm doing this for the audience. Okay. All right, one rag falls out and it leads to another. What is this? I'm not going any deeper. Let's keep going here, folks. What do you say? Here we are in what would be the master bath, or master bedroom, I should say, because there is a master bath. Yeah, so we got a 3/4 master bath here with a stand-up shower. And then we have, let's see, that was 1, 2. So we got 3 bedrooms up, hallway bath here. Let's see what this sucker looks like. Oh, Lord. Pretty gnarly. We got ourselves some mold up in the ceiling. Looks like they duct taped the wall of the shower back there because it's probably leaking into the wall or something. That is gnarly. I kind of want to pull that back to see what that's looking like back there, but I'm not getting some shower scum underneath my fingernails right now. I'll tell you that. Like, without gloves, it's just not happening. More random tools. Potential weapon. One thing I do like about this bathroom though, let's just take a look and take a moment to appreciate these light fixtures here. I don't know. I think we should figure out how to salvage these. Comment below, see if you want me to keep these in this house, because those are pretty amazing. Oh my God. Okay, I keep finding these little nuanced things in this house. This is amazing. This will tell you the era or the age of the individual who was living in this house. So in the kitchen, up on the side of one of the cabinets is an old school pencil sharpener. This is hilarious. Some of you kids watching this probably don't even know what one of those is, by the way. All right, let's go downstairs and see what else we can get into here. All right, garage, newer furnace actually. That's a bonus. Newer furnace and newer water heater. That's actually pretty surprising. Okay, so here we are in the basement. So this right here is where the stairwell comes down through this door. Go left, you go into the garage. Come towards me and you got a laundry room here, then, a laundry and kind of a half bath there. And then we go into, dude, there's so many cobwebs down here, it's just hitting me in the face, and no one's walked down here in a minute. And then this little room right here with this sliding glass door appears to be that underneath that addition above that I mentioned, or what I'm thinking is an addition. So you got a weird room with a slider, which makes 0 sense. If anything, you could just turn this into another bedroom down here. You got a window here, you just have to frame in a closet, potentially get rid of that door. And then we just kind of have this, I don't know, whatever you want to call this, secondary family room here with another fireplace that obviously they carried this amazing look from the upstairs down into the basement. Thank God they did that. And then we have another, what looks like a bedroom right here. So yeah, we got a legal bedroom here. So it's got a closet, it's got a window. Literally every room, it's like people just went through and punched holes in the drywall. There's not a straight piece of drywall in this entire house. This is crazy. It's gonna be costly. Like, even though we don't have to re-drywall the whole house, the amount of spot repair, it's gonna be a pretty significant number just to repair, 30 holes in the drywall. So I don't love seeing that. So one thing, I didn't really notice this upstairs, but down here in the basement, we have popcorn ceilings throughout. This basement is call it roughly 1,000 square feet, to hire somebody to come in, scrape the popcorn and retexture, somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 to just remove the popcorn, which is necessary for sure. So let's go check out the garage again, because I remember there being a sliding glass door. So this is the garage door where there is a sliding glass door on the other side. Maybe they left their garage door open and then they had a slider that they could come in and out with. I don't know, but both garage doors are completely toast. As you can see, this is an old wood one. Maybe there was windows that are broken out, and then this one that's a newer one is completely jacked up. It looks like somebody probably backed their truck into it or something. So gonna need new openers as well. So far, the only thing good I'm seeing in this whole place that's not gonna need to be redone is potentially the furnace and the water heater. So there's always an upside, folks. There's always a bright side. So something we'll need to look into further is if we want to convert this laundry room half bath into just a bathroom, maybe with a stand-up shower. So call it like a 3/4 bath. I mean, obviously we would have to relocate the washer dryer, but that's not too big of a deal. There's plenty of room in the garage where we could move the washer dryers out to the garage. We should be able to fit like a corner shower right there. Then obviously this bathroom would service the 1 or maybe even 2 bedrooms down here that we have. Real quick, that was definitely an addition because I'm in the laundry room here and there's a window that is going into that addition. So clearly, if we do redo this bathroom, we could also eliminate this window, thus defunking the house a bit and getting rid of this random window that goes into the laundry room. So we've pretty much touched every square inch of the inside of this house. Let's go check out the exterior of this place and the lot. And again, I told you there was an interesting exit strategy that we're gonna get into here. Oh boy. I just walked around the corner of the house. The front siding is probably in the best shape. Holy smokes. This is way worse than the front of this place. My God, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that maybe the front was the worst of it. That's not looking like the case. Here's a good shot of the addition here. I do think the addition was well done. You can see here where there was previously some stairs that came down the side here off of this deck. I know I mentioned the bed bath count on this. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath. So the house is 2,400 square feet per county record, and it sits on a ½ acre of land. So this is all of our back acreage here. And we do sit, like where this house is located is very close into town. So a ½ acre is pretty unique. Like you don't stumble across it in most scenarios. So I wanna just cruise this for a second and see what's going on. There's something back through this brush. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell it is. Doesn't look like anything too exciting. I think it's just a, like an old truck canopy or something. Yeah, scrap, trash for sure. There's gonna be a lot of landscape cleanup here. It's that time of year too where things are just growing like crazy. I didn't even realize this, but there's, again, I'll confirm this is on our property, but there's a frickin' barn back here. Wow. It used to be an old horse barn. Like these are old horse stalls, or I mean, that's what it appears to be at least. I could open a flea market with all this stuff in here. We got bikes, we've got rototillers. I mean, we've got it all. I'm pretty sure this is on our property. Like I'm really sure it is. I don't know why I didn't know about this, but either way, that's a pretty big value add that I didn't know was here. So I am super stoked to see that. I don't know how, I mean, I checked the aerial view before we bought this place and I was looking at the land, but I think potentially just because it's like in these fir trees that I didn't realize that there was even a structure back here. So nice find for sure. That could increase our end sales price just having a little building like this by like 50, maybe 100 grand. Okay, so our property sits kind of between 2 streets. So there's kind of another back entrance here. And I just noticed this too. This is crazy. There, again, I don't know if this is ours. Maybe the neighbor is parking it there, but like, there's just an old trailer parked on our land here. Again, I don't know whose or what it is. I don't really want it either. So it's not really a benefit, but it's just interesting because it looks like a usable trailer. So one interesting thing I want to talk to you guys about, which may change the exit on this deal. Like I mentioned, it's really close into town. We're just stone's throw away from a bunch of new build construction right here. The zoning on this property will actually allow us, we can't build a bunch of houses on this, but what we do have the ability to do is cut this lot in half. And basically, instead of having a big half-acre lot, we could have 2 quarter-acre lots. If we were to do that, our lot line would come just behind the backside of our house, which would really limit the backyard of the existing structure. But we would have another quarter-acre here to build on with easy access to with this back road here that I just showed you where that broke down trailer was or whatever, right? I mean, if we were to cut off a lot and sell this, I mean, this lot could potentially be worth as high as $200,000 all said and done. Now again, it's going to affect the end sales price of our house, and it's also going to affect things because we have to tear down this barn that I didn't know about too. So we're really going to have to, I'm gonna have to go back to the office and pencil numbers on this thing on which way we want to go. Do we want to flip the house, you know, do a full renovation on this thing and sell it as a fixed up house on a half acre? Do we want to split the lot off, you know, and sell one of the lots to the builder and then flip the house? Or do we want to just try to market this thing as a development opportunity for a local builder and let him figure out what he wants to do with the property? So my point in all this is there's multiple exits on this deal. It's very interesting giving the lot split ability. Again, I got to go back to the office, crunch numbers, do some more due diligence, and figure out what direction we're going to go on this thing. Well, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I'll keep the channel posted with what we do decide. Hit that subscribe button. And again, thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. All right, see ya.